Hello everyone. We're not even gonna we can't even pretend that we're not filming all of Blondemas in the same go.
No.
We've just
and you know, the world isn't gonna implode. You know what? All of the first tuning in episodes were also recorded on the same day.
We tried to change outfits. I ended up just putting a cardigan on for one of them.
And also, like, we weren't expecting you to see so much of us. We were also in the same... you were in jeans, I was in the same skirt and the same shoes.
My same fake Primark Birkenstocks. And Becky's like, "Are you wearing Birks?" And I was
like we weren't expecting them to be in the shot. So yeah, you know, this is showbiz. It's all being recorded at once.
We pre-record content. The world still spins. This is just crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm Liz.
I'm Lily Emma.
Welcome back to Blonde Vibration.
This is Champagne Whispers, Blondemas Part 2.
Blondemas Part 2. If you have not watched Blondemas Part 1, then you won't know what's going on. But we implore you to go and watch Part 1 so you know what's going on. Pretty much.
Yeah.
But if you don't and you're not feeling it, you just want to carry on here.
You don't need to watch the first one for this to make sense.
It's not like
you can watch them in any order. But
we're doing what we do best on Champagne Whispers, which is talking, discussing, perhaps a little bit of advice sprinkled in there. Maybe, just maybe, we tell you whether you're naughty or nice.
Yeah, and whether you're going to get coal for Christmas.
Yes, and if you didn't know from the last episode, COAL.
I can't believe this is becoming a running joke. We're going to have to like cut him out and put him on some promo, I think.
Well, we used to have Harry in the back. Who let in the back? Again, if you really don't know us, Harry Styles, A5, a tiny little Harry. A big Harry Styles is usually in the back because we are
big Libra.
Big love. And if he was, I actually did plan that if he was going to be in the back for these, I was going to call him Mary Styles.
Oh.
He's still Mary Styles. Like, he still is in existence. He's just not in this shot. And you might just be listening to us anyway. So, so that could all have been for nothing.
I think when you're watching this, we're about 10 days away from Christmas.
Yes.
You've had some Advent chocolate. Hopefully you're not backlogged. I feel like the moment you hit like 20 plus, you're just constantly backlogged on Advent calendar chocolate.
It's 5 days away from 5 gold rings. Or have we already had 5 gold rings?
On the 5th day of Christmas.
We already had 5 gold rings. Where have you guys been? Who said that? What happened? Catch up!
What do you mean, like, what day were the 5 golden rings? Like, what do you... Wait, but no, is it not the 12 days of Christmas?
So the 12 days of Christmas, my true love gave to me.
So on the 12th day of Christmas, that's Christmas Day, right? Oh no, that's Christmas Eve. So the 5th day of Christmas is actually the 17th of December.
Is this...
Which means... you could be about to get 5 golden rings.
Is this like canon? Like, is the 12th day, like, what is the first day of Christmas? Is that not the first?
No, right? Because
the
12 days of Christmas is only going to take you
to the 12th.
To the 12th.
Which was just a few days ago. So let us know.
The 12 days of Christmas need to end on Christmas Day.
I fear you guys are going to have to let us know what your true love gave to you today. Did you get nothing? Or are you getting a bit of everything? Turkeys, lemurs leaping.
Lemurs?
I don't know who leaps. I can only think of lepers, but that's not right. 12? 12?
Lemurs leaping, really?
Lemurs don't leap. I don't know any of it.
God, we'd be awful at a Christmas pub quiz.
3 French hens, 2 turtle doves, and a partridge in a pear tree.
We need to stop.
If you're Olivia Rodrigo, Louis Partridge in a pear tree.
Oh, wow. What's he doing in the pear tree, though?
Laughing at all her jokes, saying she's so American.
Who that in the tree?
Who that in the tree?
Okay, we did one dilemma in the last episode because we knew the intro was going to take so long, and we are in fact doing another long intro. So I think we need to put on our Sans Mrs. Claus.
You don't have to touch my shoulder whilst doing it.
The dress isn't enough. We need to put the hoods on and
get deciding if you are naughty
because
or
it's getting
nice.
close to Christmas. Like I'm not sure if there's enough time for you to switch up your behaviour to get on the nice list. So we need to do this quick so that you need to do some like remedial work. To swap sides.
Like you're asking a lot so soon. Like the lemurs are leaping. Damn, there's not enough time for much else. So the question is, am I naughty or nice for being upset over only receiving joke presents from family?
I sometimes hate the way we do these dilemmas because I need more info. And I feel like we always say this, like I feel like I need
what were the presents?
And I also like, did other people get joke presents? Do you know, like, is it just like it's a smaller Christmas this year, so everyone's got like something a bit goofy?
Yeah, I said that. Like, are you doing Secret Santa? I think every family does tradition differently, and they do presents differently. I mean, I could get a present for one brother and not get anything for another, and it just kind of be, well, you didn't want anything, so you're not getting anything. I don't feel like I have to get. Well, I do, but like I wouldn't like get something for everything. I'll just get something jokey because like I can't think of anything. It will either be like something that you want or you're not getting anything. Yeah. But like, is your family like that sort of jokey family?
Yeah.
It does change it a little bit.
I think I'm going to assume that if they've submitted this, they've said it, that not everyone got jokey presents, because I think if everyone got jokey presents, and then you're gonna sit at home and be like, oh, why did I get jokey presents? like
everyone's
like why
giggling.
Like why do you think?
I'm
do you know what,
like
in that case next year you're really getting cold, because that's the vibe. Everyone got that. There's not a reason to be upset about it, kind of. Like you are allowed to be upset, you're allowed to feel emotion, but also if everyone's getting it,
you're not allowed to feel emotion. Turn it off. No, I think it does depend, because if it was just kind of like everyone's asked for things, you ask for, since the family's asking, maybe some new trainers or something, and you really went into the archives of what like your sister wants or your brother wants, and you were like, that is
you've got
perfect.
them the Vogue from their birth year.
Yeah, or like the only thing I can think of is because we were looking at it with anthropology beaded bags. Like if we were sisters
with their favourite drink on.
Yeah, we're sisters, so I'm going to get you the espresso martini one, because you drink the espresso martinis, and I know you've been looking at it, it's on your search history or whatever. And then the only example I could think of is like, then like my sibling got me like 100 jokes to read on the toilet or something, like haha, that's funny, you can use that. I would not be laughing. Like
I actually can't think of a worse present for you.
No, like that, there's no joke that I will laugh at on the toilet. Like that's not. And I know we've discussed this before, because I made Becky censor out some of it about when I did it. When I did the secret. For anyone new that I got something really nice for someone in a Secret Santa, and they got me joke, like innuendo, very like intimate jokes. And it just embarrassed me in front of everyone. And it's been a year. I might have spoke about it this time last year. Have I got over it? No.
It wasn't last year. It was like the story was told on the podcast last year.
It was about
probably
7 years ago. Every year. It's 2024. This must have been 2018. Yeah, 6 years ago. I will never get over it, ever.
Yeah, and I'm not the world's biggest fan of a joke present. Do I think they have a space under the tree? Yes. Do I think they are funny in moderation? Yes. Do you know, like, I'm not gonna, like, if someone gets me something funny, I probably will find it funny, but also I don't think I'm the biggest fan of them. Do you, like, I'm not like, oh, I really hope I get like
a whoopee cushion.
Yeah. Like, what am I gonna? But I'm also like, I also think it does depend on the person, because I feel like neither of us are really ones for like mass consumption and just like,
well, I always say I don't
just
want,
for the sake of just sitting there.
my like famous words, it feels like I don't want tat, and I don't want to give this person tat. So like for me, that's what I deem a lot of things like that, unless it's like actually funny with a purpose. But I wouldn't do it for other people. But I did say one thing that is kind of changing my perspective on things, and this is like I'm working on it within my own brain, is you can't have the expectations of what other people would do for you just because you would do things for them. And I think you can apply that to this situation, and I'm hoping I can explain it correctly because I'm internalizing it, is just because you've spent time to get them something that they really wanted, you can't set the expectation unless it's been explicitly made clear that they have to get you something that's meaningful back. Because at the end of the day, they did spend time to go and get a gift. It might have been a jokey one, but if they have reasons, like you, like, I don't know, you used to find Miranda Hart really funny or something, so they got you like Miranda's top 10 jokes. You might now deem that as like, that's not funny, like I don't care. That person, you know, in your family, they might not have seen you in 8 months, but this time last Christmas, you were cackling at her gifts, joke. You were cackling at her jokes on the Christmas special. So they've really thought about that and thought like, oh, like that's the time of year, like loves Miranda Hart and all this. Like, just because it's not this deep, meaningful thing that you would have done, they still have done something for you. So I don't think, as much as we all want to be like, it's not funny, what the heck, they might have their reasoning still. Yeah.
I also think, like, I think we had an episode on this partially. It might have even been last Christmas, or it might have been something else, where we were kind of talking about, like, it's presents are so awkward because money is so awkward. And I think, again, while we're trying to assume that everyone was in on this kind of silly, like, present idea, I guess also, like, they might have just not been able to, you know, you don't know what actually happened. You don't know if they got round to getting your present and actually, oh, I've just hit the bottom of my overdraft, so now I'm just going to have to get a couple of things, but at least then I've got it. And I think present giving is so awkward, and I think while it's easy to kind of say, oh, well, I have money that I want to spend, they don't need to spend it on me, it does, when you're actually opening the presents, you are allowed to kind of be a bit like, oh, like, this isn't the same level that I was expecting or that I had done. So I think
it almost goes back to what we were saying. It might have been the other episode, part 1, plug it. You might just need to have the conversation about setting the what are the gifts this year for next year. You know, what's done is done now, but you can decide how to react. Something is allowed to upset you, regardless of like everything we've just said. They might put the money in, they might put the effort in. If you don't like it, you're allowed to feel annoyed about it. You might be downright offended by whatever they gave to you, but you can decide to react in a way that will further things positively instead of throwing a fit.
Yeah, I don't think there's really a place for majorly speaking out about it. I think there's not really any good that can be done there. I think you can kind of say to, like, obviously you're allowed to like voice your concerns to somebody, but I also don't think it needs to be like you're sat around the Christmas tree and you're like, okay, so like how come my brother just got like, I don't know, tickets to go see his favourite football team and I just got like silly animal facts. Do you know what I mean? Like, you're allowed to kind of feel that, and you're allowed to kind of be like, oh, like,
what's all that about?
Yeah, but I also don't think, like, you don't know really the reasoning behind it. You don't, you're just gonna end up making people feel bad.
Also, like, imagine the scenes of like, this is obviously, I've just made them up in my head. So you get your brother this like, oh, watch a mystery holiday deal or something, and it's like so cool, whatever. And they get you a Statue of Liberty onesie, and you're like, what the hell? You throw a whole thing, and they were like, well, if you'd have just waited till dinner, I'm taking you to New York.
Yeah.
So, like, and you know how I gave you an apple last night? Like, why don't you just wait? Like, it's not always going to be that. Sometimes it might just be the disappointment, but also, you don't know.
You don't know what goes behind the scenes of gifts. You know, like, someone might have put money in. They might have been like, oh, like, I don't know what I want, but also you know, my partner's going to put in £100 and I'll match whatever if you just want to put some money in, and then you can give it to me on Christmas Day, but like I know that I've paid some of it, you've just paid for like the flights.
However, like there is still the thing of, you know, sometimes you can tell people don't care, and that's why they've done that. Like, let's say you and your cousin were like shopping one time, you were in Poundland and you were like, that's funny, but no one's ever like, why would you buy that? And then they get that for you a few years later and they're like, I just thought it was funny because you said it was funny. Like that level of like not attention to detail or just not even caring to put any like afterthought or forethought into it at all.
I also think you can get a silly gift and it still kind of apply. Like we're thinking like you have gotten like a prank kit but you're like 25, but it's like you could get me like a grow your own Harry Styles, and that's a silly goofy gift, you've not put that much thought into it, but I would still be like, that's really funny. Do you know, like and then that's coming from someone who doesn't really think there is majorly a place for really silly gifts, you know, things like that. Or like,
but like if someone got me like a stress ball but it was a steak or something, I'd be like, why have you done that? And they'd be like, it's funny because you're vegan. I'd be like,
whereas you can get the same thing, and I'm gonna say this because I know you have one, you can get the same thing but it's a lamb, and like
it's different vibes.
So I think you are on the nice list. I don't think you've done anything bad as far as we're aware. I don't think you've done anything worthy of being on the naughty list.
You're always allowed to be upset, so you're not on the naughty list for that. You might slip into the naughty list depending on what you do with this information, because you can always be annoyed about things. It's just what you do now. If anything, the gift giver may be on the naughty list if they've not cared. They might have, but like more likely than not in this situation. Like again, if you're writing about it, it probably just shows that there's no care there. They'll be on the naughty list, don't worry about that. It's very annoying to see that your efforts go to waste when it's not matched and reciprocated. You have to decide how much you want to act on it though, because like you always can. You can say like, I got you this and you got me that. Like that's not fair. Sometimes it's more hassle than it's worth. It's just like, which hill do you want to die on with that?
I agree.
So I don't know.
No.
Good luck. Or
because you're on the nice list, we'll put nice things in your Blondemas stocking. It'll be okay.
Because also, you know, if you do end up saying like that was a bit of a, like you missed the mark there. Like it should be like, I didn't know we were doing jokey presents this year. Should we do serious ones next year? Like,
I'll get silly ones next year.
Like maybe you don't have to go in on the defense, but it's more constructive. Like, oh, like you should have said if you were getting me a jokey thing, I wouldn't have gone to that effort. I would have just got you like another joke book or something. Like I didn't know, because also if someone said that to you and they were like, oh, I put effort in, then they might be like, oh, what did I do? Like, maybe I should go and get something else real quick. Like, let me make up for this in some other way. Or that birthday is going to hit. You just don't know.
I agree. Okay.
On to the next.
We're going to speed through these.
Cool. So, question number 2 is, am I naughty or nice for making the decision to not include my fiancé in the Christmas card photos?
Would you do a Christmas card? Like a family Christmas card? No. Would you not? Because I kind of think it kind of gives you a vibe.
Oh, as in me if I got married and had kids? Yeah. Absolutely.
Well, I wasn't expecting that.
I wouldn't do it with my
I'd love to see you and your brothers do a Christmas card.
Me, myself, yes, I would. Can I coordinate that with my own family? No, I cannot. No. It's not happening.
But I'd love to see, like, you and your brothers there, like...
It's hard enough to coordinate a selfie with one of my brothers. But, like, my parents
the last time you got a group photo with all 3 of your brothers, one of them was, like, had their suitcase in their hand, like,
I had to stop him from leaving the door to another city. Because like, he almost leave the country.
In front of your front door because he was trying to go.
And this was a year and a half ago, and will we get another one in the next like half decade? Maybe not.
No, you will.
We'll see. But
you would as a fan, like a
would you? As in your future family. I don't think I would
do it as like a Christmas card, but I think it's a cute idea.
I wouldn't necessarily send it out, but I would love to have like a photo book of each Christmas to see how people
I think I would like to like design it as a Christmas card, but I don't know if I'd use it as a Christmas card. I don't know. Actually, I don't know. The more I say it, the more I'm like, no, that's kind of cute.
It is cute.
Like, yeah, no. I think I would. Sorry. That's sidetracked.
But they're not including the fiancé as the main
Yeah,
partner.
that's really weird, yeah.
I have some questions. I'm not going to go ahead and say you're on the naughty list. However, I've actually put, are you having snow level cold feet? Like, why? Why are you asking this? How are you not?
It's so weird to me. Because I think that the point of being engaged is that fiancé then not like
For
part
life?
of the family. Like, and I'm thinking, like, when I was writing my thoughts, I was like, I'm basically part of your family at this point. Do you know what I mean? Like, if you were engaged, like, I'm assuming you're going to family gatherings, you're going to weddings, like,
You've set the intention to become legally part of the family, but at that point, are you not already?
It's really strange to me.
Are you envisioning a time when they're not going to be in the card, so that you don't want to put them there and then have to backtrack?
The only thing I can think is if it is that kind of no, but I was going to say, even if it is like a functional Christmas card and it's going to be sent to, you know, your parents as friends, and you're like, oh, they don't really need to see my fiance, but also like they're gonna know about the wedding.
Yeah, that's gonna be your spouse. So I don't know, but I did see something online about this, and it was like that someone's mum has a not till marriage rule for like family engagements and things like that. So if someone else had said to you, you know, like, hey, maybe not, because like when you're like actually together, although we perceive them as part of the family, can it just be like legal?
I do understand that. Like, I want everyone in that, but you know, like, especially like in a lot of cultures, it's very much like the, you know, the surnames. Do you know what I mean? Like, it might literally be like they're not a surname yet. Do you know what, like, and I do understand that. Like, it's like when you've signed the dotted line and you are actually like name. Then
and if you're just respecting that, then I don't think you're naughty. But if you're kind of like trying to opt out, the thing is, if it was just like a photo shoot session, I wouldn't want a spouse in some of them, or like a future spouse. My fiance, if we have a whole session where it's like we're having family photos, I would want one that was just parents and brothers. Like, that's all I would want for some. But then the other ones, and if we're actually sending out, you know, if like brother's wife's in it, this, that, whoever's in it, I would, unless you really didn't see them being there the whole time, I'm not sure how it would come. Of course you'd be like, your turn, get in, come on over here, put the hat on.
Yeah, because all the other partners are in it, so why would you draw the line there just because she's not yet? And also like, engagements can be really long, and like there could be reasons that you're not yet married. You know, like, you could just be waiting till you can afford to get married, in which case why should you be punished for not being included in family things?
Your wedding might just be in the summer. You can't help that it didn't happen before that Christmas. Like, there's so many things, but I personally think maybe you're not entirely convinced that you're gonna look back in a few years and be like, my ex is in that card. And you just want to stop yourself.
It's definitely setting some red flags. I feel like there's more to this than what's being said. I think there's, what was it that you said, snow level cold feet.
Ate down with that one.
My conclusion was you're a mean one. I think you're on my naughty list. Sorry.
Yeah, I said I don't think you deserve coal, but you're certainly having naughty thoughts. I don't think it makes you...
Are you not quite on the list?
I don't know. I said I don't think it makes you a Grinch to have some feelings. You are going to have to tread lightly about this. It's the holiday season after all. Like,
I just think, to me, that reads that there's something that's happened. Like, it reads to me like your fiance's upset. Like, if you're asking, am I on the naughty list for this? You probably are, because, like, I don't know how that conversation could go down to a point where you're questioning it.
I think you within yourself and how you're viewing this relationship, you're not naughty, because your gut's telling you something, and your gut won't be wrong in that, because clearly there's other things that it's not just the card. It's, you know, you don't want them in your future probably, or there's really things that you need to iron out. Yeah, I think your gut is telling you something for a reason, but the way you're going to go about it, I can't help but think it's going to put you on the naughty list somehow.
It's mean.
There's not a way that is going to come out of this unscathed. And I am worried for both of you, because one thing's for sure is, unless, but we actually don't know what the fiance's been doing, that fiance is really not a good person, they're also on the naughty list. It's not one or the other.
My gut is telling me Cole is in your future.
It might not be this year though, it might be next year when the events transpire, because you might have an argument about this, but you probably won't break up about it just yet. But it's looming, like it's giving single for 2025, I think.
Yeah, I'm not sure you're getting a New Year's kiss.
Or maybe you are, and that's why you don't want that person in the card.
Oh, who said that?
Who said that? Naughty list, if that's the reason why.
My gut is telling me you are mean.
You're a mean one.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So sorry.
I think it's not a good situation. You have to act the best you can do, but it won't make you nice.
I think you're on the naughty list with the potential to get off the naughty list, but I don't think you're on the nice list with the potential to get on the naughty list. Like, that's my way around, I think. Like, I don't think you're, like, inherently bad for this, but I do think currently...
You're certainly not the best person in the world, but that's okay, because you can't be. If you're in an unhappy relationship, you're not going to be the best version of yourself.
Yeah.
So, I will say that it's time to leave it, I think. Unless there's really just things you have to address.
Yes, I agree.
Yes.
Well, good luck at that.
Good luck.
That's the end of this part.
Now, I feel like we're so leaving now on a really stressful note.
We're leaving it with food for thought. Let us know what you'd pick. I'm really interested by that one. Like, are they on the naughty or the nice list?
Yes, I wonder.
I'm really, like, curious. I mean, we should do polls after the episode come out. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So, which won't be news to you guys, because this is the second episode, so I would have done it by now.
We will be polling.
Yes.
North Poles.
Yeah.
Oh,
nice.
I'm so good at this.
Yeah.
I put this dress on and it's pineapple fun.
If you want more Blonde Vibrations, we have a website, blondevibrations.co.uk, where you can read loads of concert reviews, live music reviews, all sorts. That's the same thing. Concert reviews, live music.
Yes.
Just meant music reviews.
So nice to have to say it twice.
Yes.
We have TikTok, Blonde Vibrations, Instagram, Blonde_Vibrations, which is where the polls will be. Lots of content over there, Blondemas things, etc.
Wherever you're listening, follow us, give us 5 stars, give us a like.
Subscribe.
Yeah, send this to someone who should not be getting you a joke present for Christmas.
Send it to someone on your personal naughty list and your personal nice list.
And send it to someone who you want to be in your family Christmas card.
Who is it? Tell us.
Yeah.
That's all, I think, for now.
Yeah, thanks for listening. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next week.
See you for the third and final part of Blondemas.
Yeah.
We wish you a Merry Blondemas.
Yes.
Goodbye.
We'll see you in a week, guys.
Lots of big love.
Goodbye.
Big love.